Hey friends. Well, I had quite a day yesterday, and what showed up for me was a kind of, it felt like I was getting a up close and personal view of some of the things, some of the fears that are still lodged in me. I was listening to a book called The Way of the Superior Man, which I listened to about 2 years ago. And it's by David Data. Really, really great book about masculine, feminine polarity and ultimately sort of living our lives as a spiritual practice. And one of the things he emphasizes in the early part of the book is it's vital, absolutely vital, to be honest first with ourselves about our fears. And then, of course, it's far preferable and more trustworthy to be honest and transparent with others about our fears. If we're hiding from our fear, we're in trouble. We're gonna go off the rails. And I think the flare-up that I felt yesterday around certain areas of my own experience, my own life, it was a nice reminder. I mean, I say nice reminder. I wouldn't say that the experience of connecting with things that I'm afraid of is a nice experience. I don't know if that's quite the word, but there's something that I've noticed for some time now about experiences like that, which is no matter how dark they are, no matter how uncomfortable they make me, or how much they make me question things, or, really kind of no matter what the effect of the experience is initially emotionally, if I don't reject it, then something starts to happen where even through the feeling, even through the unpleasant emotion, which doesn't always go away, at least not immediately, even through that unpleasant feeling, there's a sense of reality that comes through. I start to sense an integrity in myself that's underneath this experience of whatever painful, unpleasant, unflattering, self-doubting, whatever the fear kind of is conjuring. There's that level, but there's a level below that where I start to go, okay, but at least I'm dealing with reality now. At least I'm not pretending that that's not there. I'm going somewhere, I'm finding an integrity, and I'm finding a stability of identity, really, that's more fundamental, more powerful than this fear. And so, my own spiritual practice over time has been a bit of a, I feel like there are times when I've gone really deep and just been in a really kind of steady state of depth, and then I pop up to the surface, something brings me up, and I get attached to something on the surface, and then I kind of realize, wait, I'm on the surface. I've been to depth. Let's see what depth thinks about this thing that I'm worried about. Oh, right. Depth is fine with that. This is a problem to solve, but the problem is so small compared to the resources and the vastness of reality, that perspective. I spoke about this yesterday, I think. I was talking about or maybe 2 days ago, Spirit of the Depths and Spirit of the Times. This is just another way of looking at what we are connected to. Are we connected to the transient, the sort of like the waves on the surface of the water, or are we connected to the bottom of the ocean, right? And our experience, our emotional experience, will very much be a function of that, of where we locate ourselves. Now, what I've noticed though is, if we have problems, you know, let's say we can get to let's say we can get all the way to enlightened non-dual awareness. Let's say we've had that experience. That doesn't mean that we're going to never be pulled back into some conundrum or some quandary, challenge that's more superficial than that. We may very well have to come up and work out some kind of karmic thing that is not yet fully resolved. And in order to do that, we don't necessarily stay at depth the whole time. We come up and we get engaged in the thing, and then we have to cope with it on its own level, resolve it on its own level, so that then the barrier to being at depth indefinitely goes away. And we're little by little, we're detangling barriers. We're dissolving barriers to depth. So when fears come up, this is, I think, this is kind of a long-winded way of explaining what I'm experiencing, which is when my fears come up, or a certain fear comes up, and I don't block it out, I don't paper it over with something else, I can find myself actually feeling through it, and I go, oh, right. Let me just remind myself where true reality is, right? Where the body of the ocean is, and acknowledge that there's this issue, this problem, and feel it. You know, maybe I just need to feel that. I go to resolve to the minor key that I've been in the whole time, and my hand accidentally hits the major key, the relative major, and I land in major, and that's what I was talking about. Thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate you. This journey is this is big for me, and I appreciate your ongoing tuning in and dialogue. Much love. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.